I'm a volunteer for Sydney Wildlife. We rescue and we rehabilitate native animals that have been injured or orphaned, and then we release them back into the wild. About 3 weeks ago, I got a call saying that there was a 6-week-old fruit bat that needed a mother. She'd been lying on someone's porch for 2 days with no food or water, exposed to the elements, and the poor thing, she was so weak and dehydrated when I got her, she did nothing but sleep and eat for about 3 days. Here she is when I first got her. She was so skinny. With most native wildlife, you want to try to minimize your interaction with them to make it easier to release them back into the wild. But cognitively, flying foxes are different. They need to bond with a mother. So I became the mom to a baby gray-headed flying fox. I named her Wirrambee Dorina. Wirrambee is a Darug name for bat, and that name was given to her by Uncle Exodius, who is one of Macquarie University's Aboriginal elders in residence. And Dorina is the name of one of my favorite literary vampires. And if you like a kick-ass vampire novel, you should check out Karen Chance. I love her books. But not you, Dad. There's sex in these books. In the beginning, Wirrambee Dorina just drank infant formula from a bottle. When she's sucking on her bottle, I like to imagine that she's chanting in her mind, "I am the night!" Then I gradually introduced fruit like apples and grape and rock melon. In this video, she's about 9 weeks old and she weighs only around 250 grams. At full size, she'll weigh a kilo and have a 1-meter wingspan. When she's 12 weeks old, she and all the other juvenile orphaned bats will go into creche. This is a big flight aviary where the bats dehumanize and they get used to socializing with other bats. After a few weeks, the creche managers will do what's called a soft release. They'll open up like one wall of the aviary, but they'll keep putting out fruit for them, so the bats can go out and explore, but they come back for food. And eventually, they'll join one of the local fruit bat colonies. This is her elbow and her wrist, and then her wings are her hand. This is her thumb, big thumb claw. So the wing really stretches all the way up to her feet. And even in between her feet, you can see there's a little thing that when she's all extended and flying, it gives her more, I guess, like, lift.
Oh, wow.
The wings feel like a combination of leather and saran wrap. It's kind of tacky to the touch. She likes to be touched. I mean, she's holding her wing out now. She could pull it in if she wanted, but she's holding it out because she really likes it to be touched. Like her mother would lick her all the time, right? And this is, I guess, probably parts of the wing that she can't lick as easily as otherwise. So she loves the feel of this. It's easier to stroke here where it's got some hair on it. It's not as like tacky to the touch. Here it kind of sticks to my fingers a little bit. And you can see how you can see my whole hand right through it. That's how delicate and fine it is. These are her feet, of course, and her little knees are here. They can't stand, of course, and so they can only fly from being up high and dropping and then starting to flap. Let's see if we can get her to put out her wings. Put out your wings, show them your wingspan. Yeah, good girl, good girl. Come on, this one too. This one too. Come on, yeah, good girl. So this is how they fly. Even though it was terrible that Wirrambee Dorina spent 2 days without being rescued, the person who found her was smart to not pick her up. About 1 in 10,000 bats can carry Lissa virus, which is related to rabies, and it's deadly if you get scratched or bitten by an infected bat. It's rare, but obviously you don't want to risk it, so if you find an injured bat, call Sydney Wildlife and they can send out a trained and a vaccinated rescuer.